Well, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Hoi hoi folks, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Uncle Frogface. If you're not new, welcome back. Now, as you might know, I've been on a little bit of a break. It's been, what, 5-6 weeks, and that is because my husband and I have been welcoming the new addition to our family home, our little baby T. He is actually asleep in the room right next door, so I'm gonna try and be quiet, which is not always that easy for me. But yeah, it's been weird, like not making videos and making content, but I am back to it. Slightly different schedule. Obviously I'm having to fit in what I'm doing around baby's sleep schedule and all that kind of stuff, but never fear, content will be coming. It will still be happening. There will still be videos on the channel. We will still have art, we will still have gaming, we'll still have all of the good stuff, and maybe some streaming as well in the near future. But today I thought we would celebrate coming back to the channel, creating content, with the October 2024 ScrawlrBox. Now, we missed the September one, obviously being on break, and I might do some artwork with that. We've also not done the Scrawler challenge for the August box, so I think I might do a little short video for that, or maybe a reel or something like that, but something short just to show you what I'm doing with those supplies. I haven't done anything with them yet, but I will get to it. And of course, the ScrawlrBox unboxing video is usually the video where I run a competition. I'm not going to do this month. I'm just going to have a little bit of a break from that, obviously still getting back into the swing of everything. I will do a draw for the August one, and I'll let that person know that they have won. But yeah, this month we're just doing an unboxing, just settling back into life, settling back into content creation, getting back to doing what I do best, which is just having fun with art and taking you guys along with me on the journey. So without further ado, let's switch everything around. Let's do the overhead camera and let's unbox this month's ScrawlrBox. Oh, I'd forgotten how much preparation it takes to do these videos, but okay, here we are. This is the ScrawlrBox, and of course, if you don't know what ScrawlrBox is a monthly art subscription box. The contents of the box outweigh the cost of the box, and it's been curated and put together by artists and designers for a set reason, so all the supplies go together and work together nicely. First of all, forgive the mess on my desk, as you might have seen from the paintings in the background in the earlier bit of the video. I have still been painting, I have still been doing artwork, just not as regularly as I usually do, and I've got several pieces on the go at the moment, so I'm slowly getting back into just regular art practice and art creation, and yeah, back to content creating, as I said. So let's open up this box, if I can get that tab. Oh, it's a bit tricky this time. Ready? Here's that great sound. Ah, love that sound. Always nice when you can do that all in one go, without missing any of the bits or without it tearing. Right, let's have a look at what we have got inside. So we have our supplies. These are our supplies. I'm going to pop them over here. This is the Scrawler Zine, which is number 110. I'm not going to look in here yet because this will give spoilers for the supplies that we've got. We've got this lovely print which looks watercolory. Yeah, it really looks like a watercolor. Maybe watercolor pens or pencils. So this is the featured art, and of course it's frogs. Love frogs. Who's not going to love frogs? If they're doing a competition to win this piece, I'm definitely entering, because they regularly do competitions to win the featured piece of artwork, plus scroll boxes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, love this, love this. It is absolutely gorgeous. So this is Kat. We've got a little bit of a bio here, and this is Kat's Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. There we go. Make sure to go and check them out. It's always good to support fellow artists. And then we've got down here, our medium to work on is watercolour paper. Hot press watercolour paper, 10 sheets, 200 GSM. Not the thickest, but not bad. Which again leads me to think maybe coloured pencils, like watercolour pencils on this. We'll give this a try, of course. Let's just move this over to here and open up our supply packet. Let's see what we have. Ooh, okay, right, a few things. First of all, our sticker, gonna pop that to the side, and our sweet Walker's, what's this? Banana split eclair. Now I do love a toffee eclair. I don't think I've ever had a banana split one, so I'll have to try this one. If it's vegetarian, of course, it will tell us in the scrawler scene. Let's just pop that over there. So we have got 2 coloured pencils. These are the Rembrandt Polycolour Lyra. I think we've had some of these before in different colours, so we can add these to the collection. The colours that we've got here are light cobalt and light carmine, so a blue and a red. We have down here a little angled brush, a number 8 ScrawlrBox branded angled brush. Very nice. I actually really do rate these. These have become a permanent fixture of my watercolor supplies. We also have here a Derwent line marker, 0.5 in black. These are permanent ink and they are waterproof as well, because we've tried these before. You do have to give them a little bit of time to dry before going over the water, because they can smudge, but hey, that's the same with most of them. And then we've got Caran Real Brush Pro. So are these, we've had Caran markers before. Okay, these are slightly different. So we've got an orange, a turquoise, and a canary. So it's almost a CMYK. 2.4 milliliters. These look slightly... Oh yeah, these are different from the ones we've had before. These are like watercolor brushes. They look very moist. Very moist. We'll give these a try out in just a moment as well. Let's just pop those there. Let's get rid of this. Lovely jubbly. And now let's have a little look in the scrawler zine and see exactly what these supplies are. So yeah, we've got a pack full of bright pigment ink to make your creation pop. So these are ink brushes, not paint brushes like the other Caran markers that we've had. The Rembrandt, these are they watercolor pencils? Yes, I believe they are. Got an angle brush as well, and a sweet treat, which is vegetarian. Yay! I will be enjoying that. So here's a little bit more information on Cat and some more of their artwork. I love this sunflower. Really, really pretty. We've got some scrawler tips. So swatching. Of course, we will always swatch out the supplies. That's what I'm going to be doing in just a moment. Got a bit of a deep dive into the Caran markers. So I'm going to have a read of this at some point and just learn a little bit more about these markers after I've had a bit of a play with them, because I think sometimes it's nice to play and experiment before learning a little bit more about the supply. We've got about mixing it up, bit of artist advice and behind the artwork. Scrawler Gallery Manga Maiden. So this is the August one. This is the one I haven't done yet. We've got lots of manga in here. Any names that I recognise? I don't think there are. They are all new names to me, and there's some... I love this one. This one is great. Spirited Away. I really like this one as well. It's a really interesting way that they've designed this. And then we've got our top 3, which is Brooke Blades, Tracy Emerson, and Justine Samide. Oh, I like this. This is a real different style within the manga style. Brooke, really lovely colour work. Tracy, lovely as well. Got multiple pieces for Tracy. Then we've got a Scrawler Showcase. So this is Helen Jones. And then if we go a little bit further, we've got Frog's Life. Wow. I feel like this one was made for me, Frog's Life. And the challenge is land and water. I mean, is it going to be too predictable for me to do Frog for land and water? Maybe. Let's have a little think about that. If you've got any ideas of what I can do for the Scrawler Challenge, I always do that in a separate video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think I should be doing. Do I do a frog, or do I do something else? Okay, we are about to do some swatching, but before we do that, did you know that more than 90% of the viewers on my channel are not subscribed? So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, it's so easy. Just hit the subscribe button, and while you're there, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos in the future. We have a lot of fun on this channel with art and creativity, and if you want to join the Frogface family, it's the easiest way to do it. Right, now that that is out of the way, let's have a look at these supplies. I'm going to start with the line marker, because obviously this needs time to dry. So let's just do some line work. The thing that I like about fine liners is, of course, you get the same line width every time. Now, that's not to say that you can't vary it, but it's nice to know you've got a good, consistent line. I'm also going to do like a block of colour down here. Let's see how well this holds up to some water once we've given that a little bit of time to dry. Right, we've also got these Rembrandt Polycolour pencils, so let's pop these down, and that's a really nice blue. How light can we go? We can go very light, and we can go very dark, and that'll be the same with the Carmine as well. I'm guessing that is such a lovely red. Carmine is such a lovely colour. Look at that. Wow. Again, can go nice and dark. And then we have these brush pens. So I've not used these before at all. Let's start with the turquoise, because this is... I'm going to get the lid off. There we go. A little bit sticky. It's a brush, which means we could do some very fine, very wobbly, because it's me, lines. But there we go. Not bad at all, but can we also do nice... Yeah, you know what, guys? This is actually a brush. Like, as I'm pushing it down, can you see those bristles splaying? I'm not sure if you can. But yeah, this is an actual brush. It's not like one of those foam or felt brushes that you get on alcohol markers. This is a proper one. Okay, that's the turquoise. Again, lovely colour. The orange... Ooh, that is gorgeous. That is really, really lovely. Now, when it comes to using inks and pens as watercolours, I am no stranger to that. Being a Stabilo artist influencer, I've used their pens as watercolours a lot, and it's actually fairly easy to do. You can either take it directly from the pen, or you can take it from the page, but I've got some water over here. Let's activate our brush, and then have we got water on there? Yes, we do. Okay, it does blend a little bit. It's not... Feels like it's going to take a lot of water to get that activated. Is this actually a watercolor pencil? Let's have a look. You know what, guys? I'm not 100% convinced that these are. I think these might just be colored pencils. Yeah, they're not activating like watercolor pencils. So I'm going to say colored pencils, not watercolor pencils. So we'll be using that over the top of the inks or under them, because actually it didn't lift very much there. Let's try activate. There we go. That is what watercolor should do when you activate it with water. Look how well that spreads. And we can, it looks like, erase the mark that it put down with the brush pen. So you could end up with some very sharp edges and then some very blended out edges as well. Look at that. That's actually very, very nice. Let's try one of the other colours. Let's do the yellow. I've got a little bit of blue still on my brush, so we are mixing. In fact, let's do that on purpose. Let's mix. Oh, that is a lovely green. That is really, really pretty. How about if we do the yellow with a bit of this orange? The orange is a little bit more intense. It's a little bit more reluctant to lift from the page. It needs a little bit more working, but it does lift. Look at that. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put down some water. Let's see, I've still got some. I haven't done very well at cleaning my brushes, I'm afraid, before putting water down. But there we go. Now let's try just doing some dots of ink from the brush like this. Get a nice spread. It's good to see how far these spread when you put them down. I do the yellow. The yellow spreads really well. Okay. Let's do a little bit of the blue. Oh, look at that. Look how well that bleeds out. Getting these little, almost like amoebas. This would have been great for last month's challenge, which I haven't done. And didn't unbox that on a video either, did I? Interesting. Okay, not bad at all. Is it easier to blend these wet in wet? Absolutely. It's much easier to blend those wet in wet. Look at that. If I take some of this up and I put it over this, no bleeding on the pen at all. Let's really saturate this here, and there we go. That's where you get bleeding. When you've got a lot of ink and you really saturate it, it's going to lift up. So use the pen sparingly, or use the pen at the end. Now, I want to try, how dry is this? Not very. The green down here is a little bit drier. Pencil over this. Yeah, that needs to dry more. Definitely needs to dry more. But how about ink over the pencil? Oh, that's interesting. Because of the waxy nature of the pencil, can you see that? It's actually resisting the ink. Let me bring that a bit closer so you can see. You see that there? It's resisted the ink, so we're getting kind of a relief effect. That's an interesting thing to play with. Now the paper itself is buckling with the amount of water that's being put on it, but you know, I did say 200 GSM is not that thick, so I would expect something like that to happen. But I'm intrigued by these. These are new. I mean, I've used similar things before, but I've not used these Karen ones before, and I really like the ink. I also really like that it is a see-through barrel, so you can see how much ink is actually left inside there. The line marker is a standard line marker. We've had these before. They're always great. As I say, either use it at the end to do your line work or at the beginning, but really let it dry before going over. And then of course we've got the polycolor, which, yeah, interesting. The waxy makeup means that they resist the ink, which is fun, so we can have some fun with that. And it does kind of go over the dried ink as well. How dry is this? That's very dry there. Yeah, pencil over the ink, no problem. Ink over the pencil, not so much. I really do like how it bleeds as well. We can definitely have some playing around with that. So all in all, not a bad box at all. I think I'm probably going to steer away from a frog, so I do need suggestions on what you think I should draw for the Scrawler Challenge, so make sure you leave your comments down below. And again, if you haven't subscribed, go do it. Honestly, it's going to help out the channel a massive amount. The schedule is going to be a little bit more hit and miss at the moment, just obviously with childcare arrangements, so hit the notification bell. You won't miss any videos when they come out. But as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.